Welcome back, Football Manager Fanatics, to another episode of Testing Your Tactics. In today's episode, I'll be looking at hidden tactics in Football Manager 24 that are so good they should be used. And in today's episode, we have Boroboy's 4-3-3 tactic. I wish I could go back and put this tactic into my top 3 4-3-3 tactic video, but here we are. Let me show you the tactic. Now, as always, hit the like button and subscribe. Let me know down below what tactics you want me to test. With our test, as always, we're going to be going on holiday for the season with no badges, no coaching experience, and also the transfer window is closed as well. Now, I've linked the tactic down below. This is a true underdog tactic that you don't want to miss out on. We've tested today with Wolves, with Empoli, and with Union Berlin. Let's get into it. Now, the tactic is from Boroboy116, and it is a Liberate tactic. It's a 4-3-3, positive mentality with a custom tactical style as well. In possession, it's very narrow attacking width, play out of the defence, slightly shorter passing directness with a higher tempo as well. Mixed crosses with work the ball into the box and run at the defence as well. Now in the transition, we are looking at counter press with counter as possession being won, roll it out distribution style as well. And then out of possession, we've got a high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, prevent short goalkeeper distribution with trigger press much more often, get stuck in, and also higher step up more on the defensive line as well. Now if we look at the tactic, it's a sweeper keeper on defend with no instructions added there, 2 inverted wing backs on support, cut inside with ball, cross less often, sit narrower, and to roam from position as well. The left hand side, however, has take fewer risks added instruction there. 2 centre backs on defend, we have shoot less often, dribble less, and hold position for both of those. Although saying that no, the right hand side one has take more risks and hold position. 2 centre midfielders on attack, get further forward on the left hand side and on the right hand side as well. 2 wingers on support, left hand side, take more risks, cross from byline, cut inside with the ball, get further forward, dribble more, cross more often and stay wider. And on the right hand side, cut inside with the ball, cross aim from centre, cross from byline, take more risks, dribble more, cross more often and to stay wider. And finally, an advance forward on attack with move into channels. Now our first test is with Wolverhampton Wanderers. Media prediction is to finish 14th. Let's see how we get on. And fantastically, from 14th place media prediction, we have finished in 6th place, securing ourselves Europa League football for next season. 18 wins, 10 draws, 10 losses, plus goal difference of 24 and 64 points on the mark as well. I mean, quite comfortably in 6th position, 5 points ahead of 7th. And to be fair, we're only 6 points away from 4th place as well. Looking at the player stats as well, Matheus Cunha is 3rd all-time goal scorer in the Premier League with 25 goals. Pablo Sarabia with 13 assists as well in 2nd place. On the yellow cards, however, though, Johnny and Nelson Semedo are joint top with 12. Now in terms of team stats, we are joint 2nd with 77 goals in the league. Also, most tackles won, 6th here as well with 887 tackles throughout the season. And we also had 5th most dribbles made with 654. In other competitions, we were knocked out in the 4th round to Arsenal in the FA Cup. And disappointingly, however, knocked out in the 2nd round of the Carabao Cup to Blackburn Rovers. Now look at the schedule that was played. It was a bad start from us really. We got 2 draws from our first 5 games, however we did fantastically after that. 2-0 win against Brighton, a 3-3 against Liverpool, and then 3 big wins, 2-0 against Manchester United, 3-0 against Chelsea, and a 2-1 against Tottenham as well. And even looking down as well, a fantastic 6-1 victory against Aston Villa, a 2-0 against Manchester City, and a 4-1 against West Ham. We did quite well with this tactic. There's even a 5-0 against Bournemouth at the bottom there as well. And lastly, looking at the player stats themselves, Matheus Cunha with 29 goals and 4 assists across the season. Bellegarde as well with 10 goals and 13 assists. Pedro Neto with 9 and 9. Sarabia, as he got 13 assists in the Premier League, added 7 goals as well. A lot of goals were kind of distributed across the team, so very nice showing for this tactic straight away. Now we have Empoli in Serie A to go through. Let's have a look at how we got on. And from a media prediction of 19th, we finished in 4th place with Empoli. Champions League football out of the blue there. 22 wins, 4 draws only, with 12 losses as well. Now we had a goal difference of plus 14, but 70 points on the board. An absolutely fantastic achievement from this team. This is a true underdog tactic. Now, our goal difference wasn't great, however we scored the most Serie A goals with 69. Naughty number, 6 of those coming from corners as well. We had the 6th fewest shots against with 328, considering media prediction was 19th, a fantastic set of stats here. Second with tackles won with 887. So what we can see from this tactic, it's quite combative in the middle of the field as well. Third of most dribbles with 634. It's doing nice so far. In other competitions, we were knocked out in the quarter-final of the Italian Cup to Fiorentina. Now, we had very few draws this season and quite a patchy start of the season as well. First win coming from Frosinone at the start of the season and then against Sassuolo, but a few losses very early on in this, and it means a big loss to Fiorentina and to Inter there, both at 4-0. But if we kind of look at the middle part of the season, a nice stretch of wins here from Salento all the way down to AS Roma. So we beat Napoli 4-2, Genoa 3-1, a 4-1 against Cagliari, a 2-0 against Fiorentina, a 2-1 against Roma as well. A nice 5-3 versus Bologna, and then another nice kind of 5 wins out of 7 games at the bottom. Juventus 2-0, AC Milan 3-2, 2-0 to Atalanta, and we finished the season with a fantastic 3-0 victory against Salento. And lastly, for Empoli, onto the player stats. 14 goals was our top goal scorer of Spendi, with 6 assists there. Caputo got 10 goals and 1 assist. Tommaso Baldanzi, my favourite player in Football Manager 24, 9 goals and 7 assists there. Cancellieri with 7 goals and a fantastic 15 assists, with a lot of the goals spread across the team as well. Now lastly, we have got Union Berlin in Germany. Let's see if we can keep this trend going with fantastic results. Let's find out. And from a media prediction of 10th, we finish in 3rd place in the Bundesliga with Union Berlin. 22 wins, 4 draws, 8 losses. Goal difference wasn't fantastic at plus 24, but 70 points on the board. Absolutely smashed it. Hats off to you, Boroboy. This is a fantastic tactic. And if you have a look at the player stats as well, we weren't in any of the top goal scorers, but that Troy Fofana was second or joint top with 12 assists in the league. Lucas Toussaint with 2nd highest bookings as well. Looking at the team stats, we were 3rd for goals scored, 61 in the Bundesliga. Most shots for was 6th with 359. Few shots against. Now, even though we scored quite a few, we only had kind of the 4th most shots or least shots against us with 283. Most tackles won. We're in this list as well with 772. And we actually made it for the most possession as well with 52% average across the season. And we conceded the 5th fewest amount of goals as well. Now, in other competitions, we were unfortunately knocked out in the Champions League group stage, and we moved into the Europa League, where we lost in the quarter-final to AS Roma. And in the DFB Pokal, we were knocked out in the semi-final to Hanover. Probably a competition we would have had a good chance of winning if we'd have got into the final. Now, a bit like the Empoli and the Wolverhampton one, to be fair, a bit of a patchy start to the season. A couple of losses where, Heidenheim 1-0, Hoffenheim 2-0. Bochum 3-0, all very disappointing losses. However, we did pick up a fantastic stretch of winning results in the middle of the season here. As we can see, 2-1 against Hoffenheim, a 2-0 against Heidenheim, a 7-2 against Borussia Dortmund, 5-1 against Stuttgart. Some big wins, and to be fair, we didn't lose in the last 11 or 12 games as well. So a fantastic tactic going forward. Again, from 10th place to 3rd is a miracle. And lastly, the goals were spread around a little bit more evenly in this one. And we didn't score that many goals either, considering we were 3rd with top goals in the Bundesliga. Rani Khedira with 12 goals and 4 assists from midfield is fantastic. Fofana, 11 goals, 14 assists. Schaefer and Becker both getting 10 goals for us, and Kevin Bolland getting 9 as well. In conclusion, definitely use this tactic. Do not sleep on it. It's a perfect underdog 4-3-3. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I wish I can go back to our top 4-3-3 tactics that we did and insert this into there as well. It is definitely worth a mention. Now, if you found this video useful, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next episode of Testing Your Tactics. There's some more videos over here for you to have a look at. I'll see you next time.